Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining this live webinar, Universities Accepting Home Fees to Students Who Don't Have Settled or Pre-Settled Status in the UK. If you want to learn more about universities that are accepting EU fees this January 2022, this webinar is for you. My name is Hugo Bustamante. I'm Recruitment Manager for Global Studies. Global Studies is an educational agency which helps you to apply to different destinations abroad, like the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Spain, Denmark, Lithuania, Holland, Ireland, Malta, Cyprus, and others. You just have to contact us. You have here our contact WhatsApp number, our email address, and you can ask for your free assessment. And don't forget to follow us in our social media. You can find us as Global Studies UK. You can find us in Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Today, we will be talking about the following universities: Swansea University, Brunel University, London, University of Leicester, University of Hertfordshire, and Anglia Ruskin University. Our special guest will be Alejandro Iriarte, Student Recruitment Manager, Europe and LATAM. And hi, Alejandro, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Hugo. Thank you very much for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm very well, thank you. And yes, as you mentioned, we're gonna see some UK universities where you can access this January intake with home fees. That will be for European students in particular. So European students, as you probably know, they no longer have access to home fees due to Brexit. Now they will pay international fees, but still there are some universities that want to facilitate it for European students, so they are still offering home fees. Probably this January intake will be the last opportunity to benefit from this. It's not 100% confirmed, but most likely, we will be very surprised if they decided to extend it into September 2022 intake. So yeah, as I say, this might be one of the last opportunities to benefit from paying home fees in a UK university.
Yes, Alejandro, that's important. And that is why is with us Karen Mendoza. She's our company director. And she will explain us those things. She will explain
Hi, hello, good morning everybody. Thank you, Alejandro, for being here. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you, Hugo. I think it's very important to explain many of the applicants who are watching this video that if you have the opportunity to start your studies, I think it's now the time. I think it will be very good to refresh you everything about what is the Brexit and the consequences, so you can take in the information that Alejandro will give us furthermore. So as you may all know, the Brexit is been going on for a long time, and this already happened. It was the withdrawal from the United Kingdom, and it was completed 21st of January 2020. From that time, many legal changes has been happening. EU residents who were in the UK had a deadline to apply for the pre-settlement and settlement scheme. And from now on, the EU students now are also considered international students, which will mean that the students now will need to pay the fees between 12,000, 29,000, depending what university you are applying and what is the cost. The great thing is that Alejandro will explain you that now, as a European student, you can take advantage that some universities had frozen their fees. So students who are applying from now on, they need to apply for visa. It's the student visa that any student who is coming to the UK needs to apply. EU students who didn't get the pre-settlement or settlement scheme must apply and score 70 points. 50 points is the cash, So is the admission with the university, where the university has to confirm that you are allowed to start the course and you meet all the criteria, academic criteria, and also you can pay your university fees. And the 20 points that extra you need to score is the maintenance. The maintenance is for students to prove the immigration officers that you meet the criteria, that you have the economic means, and they have to be proved in bank statements. So you need to provide that you can pay for the fees and also you have the maintenance. And this maintenance is calculated according where is based your university. So if the university is based in London, the calculation roughly that you need to show is £12,600 for 28 days in your bank balances. If your university is outside of London, this money will reduce and you need to provide £9,207 for 28 days. And students also have to cover health surcharge, which is paid to the NHS, estimated £400 per year, and the visa cost will be £348 for the visa application. Students who are coming to do the courses, they will be entitled to work 20 hours. And the great advantage that now we have here with Alejandro is to provide you the universities that are accepting European students with the frozen fees as Europeans, which is 9,250. Thank you so much, Alejandro, and welcome to the webinar.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for the introduction, Karen. Okay, so...
Yes. Karen, really this information is very important to understand the advantages for EU students that some universities have for us today. And Alejandro is going to talk us about these universities. And Alejandro, we have an introductory video we will share with the audience.
Okay.
So let's go to the video. Alejandro. Now we are ready to listen the options that you have for us today.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Hugo.
Your presentation is ready.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Well, as we already mentioned, today we are going to see, 5 plus 1. There is another one that I have added in the last minute that offers a slightly different fee structure just because it's in Scotland. So I will first talk about the ones we have in England, and then this other university that we have in Scotland, but also offers quite competitive fees for European students. So allow me to first start by explaining what is NAVITAS, because we are not a university as such. We are a pathway provider, so we recruit students onto these universities through our colleges, which are based at each of the universities, our partner universities campus. And NAVITAS is one of the leading global higher education providers. And as pioneers in the university pathway sector, we have trusted partnerships with more than 35 universities across the globe. Many students who study internationally are faced with the challenges of English as a second language, challenges of adapting to a new culture, different educational system. The pathway program, what it does is to recruit students onto our own colleges, which, as I mentioned, they are based on the university campuses. We provide unique services for international students that are particularly suited for international students. And these are small class sizes, support with English language, extra tuition time, personalized learning, assistance in settling into a new country and culture, extensive student welfare, and sophisticated processes to identify and support at-risk learners. We basically provide pathway programs at leading UK, Netherlands, USA, Canada, and Australian universities. And we offer students more academic support during their first years on the university campus to help them become the best student that they can be. We also offer lower English and academic requirements to students, allowing students to access these excellent universities that otherwise they wouldn't have been able to access. Our most popular pathway program is the foundation year. It works as a year 0 of the degree. So it's basically one academic year, one full academic year. There is also one semester, but it's less popular, less common. Usually it's one full academic year, and it takes place on the university campus, as I mentioned. This isn't a generic program. It's a program that it's aligned with the course that the student has chosen to study. So if a student has chosen to study biomedical sciences, for example, the foundation program will have modules such as physics, chemistry, maths, which are key modules for the course that they've chosen. Apart from that, they will also work on study skills, basically preparation for the course that they are going to take. So we will work a lot on academic writing, oral expression. Will help you understand what is needed to do to put together a good essay, a good assignment, a good group project, how to deliver a presentation in front of the class, how to use the Office package. Also, we will work on improving the English language, how to use the Harvard referencing system, and basically everything that is required in order to success at university, at your degree in the UK. Then we also, another pathway that we offer is the International Year 1 or first year degree. This one, you will start directly at the first year of your bachelor's degree. The only difference of starting with NAVITAS and starting with the university is that with NAVITAS you will have additional support classes during the first year. So apart from the classes at the university, you will have an additional usually 4 to 6 hours per week of support classes in a reduced group of students, so you receive more personalized attention. Usually there are no more than 5 students per class, per tutorial class, so you have the opportunity to ask any questions that you have from the main lectures. If you feel that you are stuck with something, this is a great opportunity to ask our tutors, as they will be able to help you and clarify any topics that you are not clear about. And apart from that, you will have an additional module, which is interactive learning skills and communication. And in this module, for students that haven't taken the foundation year previously, they will work the academic skills that I mentioned, like writing and oral expression, which is very useful for the rest of the course. We also offer pre-masters entry, which is, it works like a foundation year, but in order to access a master's program, so for postgraduate students. So basically, students that are not able to access their masters because their grade is not the required by the university, maybe it's a bit lower. As long as they have a pass grade in their bachelor's degree, they can access a pre-masters, which is usually 3 months program. And upon completion of the pre-masters, they will be able to progress onto the master's program. Some key benefits of applying through NAVITAS is that you won't need to submit your application through UCAS, so everything is much simpler. There are no tight deadlines like for UCAS, so you can, if you want to start a course in September, you can apply in August, and there is a big chance that you will be able to secure your place, as long as you are able to ensure that you get your visa on time and everything ready to travel. From our side, we should be able to accept you onto our course. Well, this is an aerial picture of one of our campuses, in this case Brunel University, London, and this is just to illustrate how our colleges are integrated within campus, within the universities that we work with. So, well, here you can see all the university installations, all the faculties, the student residences, the sports facilities, libraries. And here in the bottom left corner, that building there will be our college there, which is Brunel Pathway College. So basically, our students that start with NAVITAS, they will receive the Brunel student card from day one, so they will have access to all the facilities at the university, all the activities that the university organizes, and they will feel part of the university life. They will be just like any other university student from day one. And well, the college is within the university complex. So that gives some sense of security, provides more security to students, because well, you will be just with the rest of the students together, not in a separate building. So these are all the universities that we work with worldwide. Just so you have an idea, we work with many universities in Australia, in the UK, not only the ones that we will talk about today, but we also work with other universities in the UK. But we will focus today on the ones that are offering home fees for this general intake. We also have some very good universities in Canada, in the US, and also in Europe, in Netherlands, and in Germany. So, well, here are some of the ones that we will focus on today, the ones in the United Kingdom. Not all of them, as I mentioned. Well, just to briefly mention the advantages of studying in the UK. So, well, the UK education has one of the most globally recognized educational systems. And obtaining one degree in the UK opens doors in the rest of the world. Usually it's very well considered. And well, the teaching standards are very high, and also the research standards from universities. Universities publish a huge amount of new research and papers every year, which are they have a very high reputation. The UK is home of English language, so what better place to learn and improve English? And especially I like to highlight the work placement opportunities. So during the course, you will have the option in a majority of courses to do a work placement, which is basically 1 year of practice in a company, in an organization. And this will really help to develop your skills, put into practice what you have studied. And once you complete your degree, many companies go on to recruit the students that they had a work placement. They offer a work placement to. In the year, usually the work placement is between years 2 and 3 of the degree. So yeah, in many cases, companies just offer a professional contract to students that have taken a work placement with them. Then also for students that complete a degree, they will have the option to do a graduate program, a graduate scheme, which is usually a 1 or 2 years program with a company. And well, this is same. Basically, the company trains the students to become a manager or director of the company. So they go through different roles in the company just to learn as much as possible to find their place within the company, which department will be better suited for their skills. And this is a great way to basically secure a job, because companies invest in students in these graduate programs. So they expect them to stay in the company once they complete the graduate program. If the student has performed well, usually they will offer them a professional contract. So yeah, this is a great option to get into the job market. And well, now the UK has started to offer the 2 years post-study visa. So for students that complete a degree in the UK, they will be able to remain in the UK for an additional 2 years, either to look for a job if they don't have one, or to gain experience in the UK. If they already have a job, they can stay in the UK for an additional 2 years. Will hopefully secure a work permit in the case of international students. So yeah, this is also a great opportunity, because this wasn't possible before Brexit. So this is one of the positives that have come out from Brexit, the 2 years post-study visa. Then, well, the cities where our universities are based, they are cities with a lot of history and heritage. So they are also very student-friendly. And well, now we are going to start introducing the universities that are keeping their fees low for European students. They are still offering home fees for this January intake. So in the first place, well, in no particular order, we have Anglia Ruskin University, which has campuses in Cambridge and Chelmsford. Cambridge, well, it doesn't need introduction. It's one of the most popular student cities in the world. And Chelmsford is the capital of the county of Essex, which is very close to London. Chelmsford is only half an hour away from London Liverpool Street Station, which is one of the main train stations in London. So Chelmsford is very close to London, and the campus in Chelmsford, it's like an American campus. It has a lot of green and open spaces, and it's a more modern campus. In the case of the Cambridge campus, which you can see here in the picture, well, this is one of the buildings. It's very close to the center of the city. Well, the city itself is very student-friendly. The most popular means of transport is bicycle, or you can just walk. It's a small city, so distances are short, and it's very secure. There are plenty of parks. There is a river crossing the city, so it's very pleasant. There are many activities happening, not only organized by Anglia Ruskin, but also by the University of Cambridge, of which, Anglia Ruskin University students can participate in many of the activities organized by the University of Cambridge, by Cambridge University. And also they can use some of their facilities like libraries of Cambridge University. Anglia Ruskin University students are able to use these libraries. Of course, Anglia Ruskin has its own libraries, but I mean, of course, Cambridge University has one of the best libraries in the UK, so it's quite good that Anglia Ruskin students are able to use it. Anglia Ruskin University was founded as the Cambridge School of Arts back in the 17th century. It later became in the 90s university, so they added a huge amount of courses to their portfolio, but they still preserve this specialization in art and design courses. So they are very strong in art and design. They are one of the top 10 universities in the UK for art and design courses. And in particular for fashion design, they are one of the top 3 universities in the UK. But they have many other courses in which they stand out. So for instance, forensics, law, crime and social sciences, they are very good in this field. Also in engineering, they are very strong. And music and performing arts is also a course that stands out. Very good option to consider. And just to mention about the fees here, we are able to offer the home fees, but only for the pathway part of the course, which is the foundation and the first year. So if you start at foundation, you will pay as a European student the home fees, which are £9,250 per year for the foundation and the first year. If you start at first year, then you will pay the home fee for the first year only, and then once you progress to the second year, you will pay the international fee at Anglia Ruskin University, and also for the third year. So you will pay home fees for the first year, or for the first 2 years if you do foundation, and international fees for the second and third years. Okay. The same will apply to the next university that we have here, so University of Hertfordshire. In regards to fees, it's the same fee structure. Students will pay home fees. European students will pay home fees for the foundation and first year, or for the first year only if they start at first year. And then when they progress to the second year, they will start paying the international fees. Okay. So University of Hertfordshire, it's a university in the city of Hatfield, which is just outside of London, in the north of London. It's very close to London, only 25 minutes away by train to King's Cross and Pancras, one of the main train stations in London. And this is a great advantage, really, because it provides more affordable renting in terms of housing, and also a safer place, quieter than London. But still you are able to access London for anything that you need. If many students work in the afternoons or evenings in London, or if you just want to go to London for the weekend, it's very close, so you can just go back and forth anytime, but still live in a much quieter place and more affordable, as I mentioned. The University of Hertfordshire stands out particularly in animation and gaming. They are always within the top 3 universities in the UK for animation and gaming. Also for film, TV and music production, they are very good. And for aerospace and automotive engineering, but also they have a big variety of courses, specializations, so you can study like pilot studies and many combinations of engineering courses and pilot studies, and they have very good employability prospects for these courses. They work with, they are very well connected with the industry. So for instance, for film, TV and music production, many students go on to do a work placement at Warner Brothers Studios, which are in the area, or other studios as well. So there are many opportunities to start getting involved in the job market. But they have a vast variety of courses. Also in health sciences, they are very good, and they have a huge variety of courses for business as well. Okay, so the next university is Brunel University, London. And here, well, regarding fees, we do offer the home fees throughout the full duration of the course. So from the moment you start at foundation or first year until you finish the course, you will be paying £9,250, which is quite advantageous. Considering it is a very good university with very high fees for international students, usually starting at £15,000 per year. Well, the fact that they still offer the lower fee to European students, it's great. It's a great opportunity. Well, this is a university that specializes a lot in engineering courses, particularly civil engineering. They are very good at. But they have a huge variety of courses also for humanities, in sports science as well. And also they have a branch of courses that combines business with computing, which is a very sought after topic at the moment by companies. So students that specialize in a mix of business and computing, covering topics like big data, business intelligence, business analysis, this kind of thing. This provides great prospects for students and very well paid jobs, even from a junior position. This kind of roles, they are very well paid. And well, the university itself is based in Zone 4 of London, so it's more towards the outskirts of London, but still very close to the center. You can just jump on the tube and be in the center of London in 40 minutes. And well, as you saw in the aerial picture at the beginning of the session, the campus is self-contained, which is it's the only university in London actually that has a self-contained campus. The rest of universities in London, they are spread out within an area of the city. They have one building here, another building 2 streets apart. So it's all like a bit scattered. In this case, Brunel University, they have the advantage that everything, all the facilities and installations are within the same complex, which is, it kind of creates like a student city with a very safe environment, and everything is contained within that city, including shops, restaurants, cinema, hotel, anything that you can need, really. So you actually don't need to get out of the campus during the course, although, well, of course, being in a city like London, that's difficult with everything that London has to offer. But yeah, so you know that you can just stay in campus if that's what you prefer. Okay, so just to recap, that Brunel University London, they do offer home fees to European students from the beginning of the course, starting from foundation until the end, until the last year of the bachelor's degree. Okay, and the next university is Swansea University. This university is in the city of Swansea, which is the second city of the country of Wales, which is in the west of the UK. Well, the first city in Wales is Cardiff, but Swansea is, I would say, it provides nicer surroundings. It's surrounded by coasts and national parks. It's really quite an idyllic location. As you can see there in the picture, the college is right in front of the beach. That's the actual college where you will study the foundation and support classes during the first year. And right behind is one of the main 2 university campuses. Well, it's also a very friendly city, quite affordable. in terms of rent and maintenance, living expenses. So this is a very good option also because the university has a huge reputation. They are one of the top 25 universities in the UK, and they have actually they're actually 100 years old as of last year. So now they are 101 years old. So a very traditional university with a huge history, and they are very good for more like professional courses, but also for more research-based courses. They release a lot of papers and research every year. So it's a university with a huge reputation, with very good portfolio of the cover subjects from more like science, engineering, but they also have a lot of humanities and social sciences. So a huge portfolio of courses. And at this university, Swansea University, for the January intake, they offer an automatic scholarship to European students that will bring the fees down to £9,000. Okay, so normally on the offer letter you will see the international fees, but then you will get an automatic scholarship that will bring the fees down to 9,000. Again, like for Brunel, this is a university that it's quite pricey for international students. A science course will usually cost in excess of 18 or 19,000 pounds per academic year. So for European students, being able to pay 9,000 pounds per year, it's a great opportunity. And it has a huge reputation, this university. So at this university, again, you will pay the 9,000 pounds from the beginning of the course to the end, from the foundation year or first year until you graduate. And now we move on to the next, which is University of Leicester. Again, another university with a huge reputation. It's a top 25 university in the UK. It's based in the city of Leicester, which is in the Midlands, in the UK Midlands, close to other cities like Nottingham or Derby. This is one, there is a lot of industry here in this area, so that provides students with very good job prospects after they graduate. And this university, they have a huge portfolio of courses again, and they have a very interesting combination of science and humanities. They stand out in both, and they have some very specific courses that in other universities you're only able to study them at postgraduate level. So here at Leicester, you can already study a specialization from the bachelor's degree level. So for instance, psychology with cognitive neuroscience. Usually cognitive neuroscience is something you will study at master's level, but here you can already study it from the bachelor's degree level. They have some very interesting courses like archaeology, environmental geology, geophysics and paleontology, and they have physics and astrophysics and physics with space science, and then they have many other courses underneath that. So this is just the study field, but then they have different specializations contained within it. And well, the university campus, as you can see, it's very nice, and the city itself is very affordable, and at the same time it provides very good job prospects in the area. The university it was ranked in 2020 as the 166th university in the world by the Times Higher Education World Rankings. And at University of Leicester, in terms of fees, you will pay the £9,250, the home fee, again from beginning to end. Whether you start at foundation or first year, you will pay the £9,250 until the end of your course. So again, another great opportunity here to benefit from home fees, most likely for the last time for European students. And next we have another university which is a bit different in terms of fees. This is Robert Gordon University, which is in Aberdeen, in the city of Aberdeen, in the north of Scotland. Well, Aberdeen, it happens to be the second wealthiest city in the UK after London. This is because their oil and gas industry. There are many oil related companies and service providers in the city, such as Shell and BP. They have their UK headquarters there in Aberdeen. And well, this wealth, it doesn't only stay within the oil and gas industry, it goes on to other fields like the finance, services, hospitality. So basically it's a city with a very good level of life. And this is a university that is very focused on industry connections. It's the #1 university in Scotland for industry connections. Their courses are very professionally oriented. They put a great focus on students securing a job after they graduate. And it is the #2 university in the UK for health professions, and in particular for physiotherapy. Again, they have the #2 course in the UK. So very good health and life sciences faculty, and they also offer master programs that you can study from bachelor's level. So it will take 4 years to complete them, to complete the bachelor's and the master's, which is a very good, interesting option. They offer this for pharmacy, so you can study pharmacy from bachelor's, and in 4 years you will have achieved the master's in pharmacy. And here at Robert Gordon University, the fees that we offer are even more competitive than in our English universities. Here you will pay between £5,500 per year up to £6,750 per year. So between £5,500 and £6,750. Which is very competitive for European students, and these fees are locked until 2025, when they will be reviewed again. But until 2025, this is the fee structure for European students, which is very competitive at the moment, and probably one of the most affordable in the UK for European students. And again, this is a university that is very focused on employability, and most of the students secure a job after less than 6 months upon completion of their bachelor's degree. So that will be all from me today. I will now open the time for any questions that you have.
Yes, Alejandro, thank you. Thank you for your exposition. And we have some questions, Alejandro. Is there a deadline for the January intake?
There are some deadlines, yes. Each of the colleges, they have different deadlines because they also have different starting dates of the classes. But generally, the students should at least submit their application before around the 18th of December, because the many admissions teams, they close for the Christmas periods. They might close for 1 or 2 weeks in some cases. So it's better if students submit their application before let me just check, but yeah, around before the 17th of December. We will still be able to process applications after that, but it will already be a bit tight with timing. Okay, so if students are able to submit their applications before the 17th of December, that will be very good. Of course, for European students, it's always easier. The student visa is quite easy to get. They don't need to go to a visa application center. They can just apply for it online. So it's quite fast. So in the case of European students, they could even apply during the first week of January and still secure their place in one of these universities. But yes, as I say, each of the universities, they have different dates, but generally this will be the safest, really, the safest dates to take into consideration.
Okay, Alejandro. And we have another question. What English exams are these universities accepting?
Okay, so again, each of the universities, they accept their own tests. Some of them, they also offer internal English tests. Generally, they all accept the most popular ones like IELTS, TOEFL, the Cambridge certificates like the first or advanced. And then, depending on the university, they will also accept some other tests, such as Duolingo, in the case of Brunel. I believe Leicester as well, they also accept Brunel, Duolingo. But yeah, depending which university it is, I will be able to advise in particular for that university. But generally, they all accept the most popular ones like IELTS, TOEFL, and Cambridge certificates.
Okay. And Alejandro, the students have to pay the full fees, or they can pay a deposit, get a cash, and when they arrive, pay the remaining fees?
Yes, so usually in order to accept their offer and get the cash processing started, they need to pay 50% of their first year fees. So that's what we will ask for, and then they will be able to pay the other 50% later. We can also look at putting together a payment plan after the initial 50% deposit has been paid. That one it's compulsory because it's just otherwise we can't issue the cash, and that's usually how it works for universities. But after that, usually we should be able to structure the payments for particular cases. So if you need a payment plan, you just need to let us know, and we will be able to advise for particular cases.
Thank you. And Alejandro, about would the universities be starting with face-to-face classes? Would the classes be blended or online?
Mm-hmm. So for this intake, there is a bit of a mix. Some of the universities they still haven't confirmed whether they'll be able to offer online, hybrid. Definitely, they are encouraging students to study face to face because, well, the pandemic situation it's at a point now where it allows students to go back to face study. But still, many universities are offering online delivery for the studies and also hybrid. It varies by university, so yeah, this is something that I will have to advise for each particular university, and some of them they haven't yet confirmed what type of delivery they will offer for January because the pandemic is changing every day. So 1 week ago they were saying that only face to face, but I think now they are working to offer also online delivery in most cases because, well, the pandemic situation in Europe is worsening at the moment. So they are taking this into consideration. So that's something that you will need to check with us for the particular university that you want to apply for, and we will be able to update you with the latest information that we have.
Thank you, Alejandro. And could you tell us, please, about the current protocols for students arriving from Europe regarding the vaccines and isolation period in the UK?
Yes. So the UK recently got rid of the traffic light system. Like they had a list of countries that were like green for those that didn't need to stay in isolation when on arrival, amber and red. So at the moment, I don't have the latest information, but for European students, usually they will just have to stay in self-isolation. They wouldn't need to stay in a hotel anymore. That was a requirement up to a couple of months ago. So now they should be able to stay in self-isolation for, I believe it is 10 days. and then after that they can just do normal life. Vaccine is not compulsory, but it's greatly recommended that the students come fully vaccinated. The UK will vaccinate anyone. You don't need to even be registered with a GP in order to get the vaccine. So if you don't have the vaccine or you only have one dose, you will be able to complete the vaccination in the UK.
Okay.
But of course, I would recommend to keep checking, because, as I say, the pandemic situation is changing by the day. So I recommend to check basically every week at the moment, really. But
Yes, that is really important.
it's looking good.
Thank you, Alejandro. Those are all the questions we have for today. And I want to thank you for being with us, and also Karen.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you. Don't lose this opportunity. Please contact us to register you with this wonderful university. This is a great opportunity. Thank you so much, Alejandro.
Thank you very much for having me here today. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
all our students, to all of you, this is important that you can remember that this is a really important opportunity for European students without settled or pro-settlement status interested in applying for this intake, this January intake, to these universities that we saw today. Don't hesitate to contact us, and we will help you with all the application process. Yes, that is really important. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today, and we will see you again in another opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.